Hello, hello, hello. I am author Abiola Abrams, and welcome to this video. This video is being made at the request of the Queen's Book Festival to announce the very exciting news that I am going to be a panelist there this year. And because my job is to inspire and empower with everything I put out into the world, I'm also going to be sharing with you an excerpt from the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love about how to let go. The number one advice question that I actually get from women when it comes to relationships, and even actually when it comes to business practices, career things, across the board, is how do I let go? How do I release? So just to show you really quickly, also, since it is a book festival, I'm also the author of Dare and the African Goddess Affirmation Cards. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you about the film festival, and then I'm not only going to share with you about letting go, but I'm going to share with you a releasing ritual from the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love. All right, so the Queen's Book Festival, da, 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 da. Very, very exciting. It is going to be held on the grounds of York College in Queens. My mother is a York College alum, so this is very exciting for me. The Queen's Book Festival was created to introduce the borough and area residents to aspects of the literary world, and I will not be there by myself. The panel that I'm speaking on is called Religion, Spirituality, and Finding a New Home, which is very, very important to me as a spiritual coach and counselor. And the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love is actually a spiritual self-help guide. So I hope that you'll join us. Now, here's who the us is. The panel will be moderated by Floyd Flake, and we will be joined by Paul Coelho, Sarah Jakes, and Kimberly Daniels. So this is going to be a power-packed forum, and we hope to see you there. I'm putting the date below. I don't want to say the date just in case the date has to move for whatever reason, but the information is below, and we hope to see you at the festival. Now, an excerpt from Chapter 9 of the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love, The Secret of Releasing, Setting Yourself Free. This is an important chapter, as I said, because one of the main questions I get is, why can't I move on? Why can't I let go? So you want to read the full chapter for the forgiveness meditation, the sacred decording ritual, plus my own stories of letting go. The sacred feminine law of releasing. The sacred bombshell liberates herself by letting go. She lives in an abundant world, so she feels no desperation to clutch to anything. She is unattached to expectations and traveling light. She has the courage to slough off the old in exchange for the power of possibilities. She releases the past, lets go of what doesn't work, sheds the excess, because she is free. Okay, so the releasing declaration. This is a great thing to read to yourself in the mirror, or read before you go to bed, or that sort of thing. It's an extended affirmation. Today, I release the things I no longer need. I release what is for what might be. Letting go is part of the cycle of life. I travel lighter, baggage free. I no longer clutch desperately to what is defunct, because I have faith in the abundance of the universe. I am excited to see how the vacuum left behind is filled when I release old energy, things, people, and resentments. Harmony is the song of my life, played with the instrument of balance and heard on the notes of synchronicity. I reap and I sow. I ebb and I flow. I receive and release. I fast and I feast. I play and I work. I awake each day and go to bed with a clear picture of myself, vibrant, healthy, and well-nourished. And when the time comes, I easily let go. I let go, I shed, detoxify, declutter, and empty to make room for me. I will crawl until I can walk. I will walk until I can run. I will run until I can leap. I will leap until I can fly, and I will release that which no longer serves me. As I release, I will feed my soul and nourish my spirit. I listen to my aches and pains and whispers rather than trying to silence them. When I listen carefully, I know what is needed. I feel peaceful and harmonious when I treasure myself. And for this, I am so grateful. And so it is. This is all from chapter 9, and I'm now going to share with you the section that's called The Wisdom of Our Ancestresses, Full Moon Releasing Power. I'm a girl who believes in magic and miracles. I'm not narcissistic enough to think that we understand all that is. It wasn't too long ago that atoms and iPads seemed mystical and fantastical. I believe in the wisdom of the universe. I trust that the source of everything that created me has a divine perfect order at work, and I believe that we are a part of that sacred order. We feel displaced and ungrounded in part because we've lost our rites of passage and our rituals. Rituals mark the passage of time. They anchor us and ground us in the rhythms of our lives and the life that is expanding around us. Let's refuse to let the wisdom of our ancestresses be lost. One more moment. We get scared of the word ritual, but the fact is we have plenty of rituals in our lives. We have Christmas trees, Thanksgiving feasting, dressing up for Halloween, New Year's resolutions. Those are all rituals. We sing anthems before games. We blow out candles and make wishes for our birthdays. We kneel to propose. We say bless you when someone sneezes. Those are all rituals too. Sweet 16s and bachelorette parties, rites of passage. Today's religious holidays like Passover and Easter are based on solar and lunar calendars. Every ancient culture, calendar, religion, and spiritual tradition had moon rites and rituals. A part of loving and respecting ourselves is respecting the Great Mother, particularly for us as women. Mother Earth feeds and nourishes us all. Now, the farmers in my family knew that animals reacted differently during the full moon, and the planting and harvesting of the crops is also done in accordance with the moon. Just like the moon controls the waters of the earth, she affects our cycles. After all, we're made mostly of water. The moon affects our sleep and productivity cycles, even though we all don't menstruate in alignment with Mama Moon anymore. New moon time and full moon time, just like the moon times of our bodies, are very powerful. In the following chapter, in chapter 10, I have a new moon ceremony, which is about going inward and manifesting our desires. The full moon, however, is a time for shedding what no longer works, releasing negativity and letting go. It's literally a time of bringing light to darkness. If the new moon is about drawing inward, then the full moon is about reveling unabashedly and boldly in our kick-ass womanhood. Some people also do love and abundance rituals at this time, but supposedly, full moon energy is otherworldly. So I urge you and invite you to step into this and to really own it and make it a part of your personal sacred curriculum. The bombshell tool of the full moon releasing ritual. This is a simple, positive energy, full moon ritual of letting go. Feel free to embellish it or adapt it, okay? So call in your best girlfriends or your bomb squad, as I call my bombshell groups, for a circle of sisters. You can wear skirts and dresses or loose pants to aid in the energy flow, or as I call it, the femergy flow. 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon is the window for this celebration. All right, so here's what to do. If you can, go to nature. A beach, a backyard, a park, or somewhere where your bare feet can touch the ground is ideal. If you're a city dweller, your fire escape or your patio can work just as well. If you're indoors, you can purify the space by burning the incense of your choice. Sage also always works well for purifying. You want to ask all of your sisters in the group to bring an offering. Now, this can mean a song or a poem. It can also be meaningful trinkets. Other possible gifts include flowers, essential oils, stones, bath salts, or even affirmations. That would be a beautiful offering. This is about letting go and reveling in the joy of release. So begin by letting go of what you no longer need. One approach is to sit in a circle and pass a talking stick. That can be anything. It can be a lip gloss. All right. So you want to sit, you want to pass a talking stick, which is going to indicate each person's turn to speak. You can also shout goodbyes into the air, like as a cacophony of endings. So if you're letting go of relationships that no longer work, career moves that no longer work, ways that you treat your body and things that you eat that no longer work, you can call each woman when it comes to you, you can call out, or everybody can just call it out. Another approach is for everybody to call out goodbye to such and such in order. You can fill in the blank, as I said, each time with what you want to release. This can turn into a fevered frenzy. Let it. Okay, this is not an organized, it shouldn't be this very formal thing, unless you want it to be. You want it to be something that you move from your soul, okay? The full moon is not about holding back your emotions. You want to laugh, you want to cry, you want to scream, you want to react however feels most freeing, okay? Grief is a patient mofo. If you've been numbing or avoiding dealing with sorrow or anger, the ignored grief will not dissolve. It will wait. The way that we release emotions trapped in our bodies is with tears, voice, and motion. That's why you see people, even in the most reserved religions, crying, swaying, singing, or shouting when they feel connected to their source. This is not hypothetical. This is real. This is powerful. We are Earth's children, so it makes sense that we would have a connection to the Earth. This is not supposed. This is not hypothetical. This is something that, is ancient, is timeless, and timely. All right, so here we go. Moving my screen up. Call out the names of those you wish to honor. If you can have open flames in your location, you can each hold a lit white or silver candle like this. And you can start with female ancestors. Name the women in your family who've transitioned. Call out their names and thank them. You can also call out cultural ancestors who are not related to you, like Maya Angelou. After the ancestors, thank your living elders and then your sisters in the journey. You can thank the brothers as well if you choose. It's your decision whether or not to include the names of men in the ceremony. You can hand out paper and pens. I like the energy of purple ink, but I've been writing with a lot of pink ink lately. And pencils are not needed because there are no wrong answers here. And you want to invite the women in your circle to journal for a set amount of time, like say, okay, journal for 10 minutes. If someone feels more comfortable drawing pictures and words, she can do that. Consider these full moon intention questions. You want to propose these questions to your group. What would you like to release? What beliefs no longer serve you? Are there relationships that no longer feed your soul? What stories do you want to let go of? Stories about yourself that you no longer need. What beliefs do you hold on to because they make you feel righteous? And here's my favorite one. If you were brave, what would you do next? Are you courageous enough to welcome the void that will result from releasing people, behaviors, and beliefs? If you are in an environment where you can burn these journal pages, then please do. You can also rip them up and stomp dance on them to let the energy go. I want you to also be conscious and be aware of the environment you're in. If you're at the ocean, you can speak the words into a shell or do something else natural to the ocean and release it into the water. Always be eco-friendly. And after all of that emotion, And the next step in this ritual is feast and gift giving time. Leave your candles to burn all the way down. Share your poems, your songs, and your offerings. Indulge in great food and drinks. Pour libations if that's a practice you follow. Music and dance work throughout. Close with a gratitude shout out in present tense. For example, I give thanks for my wealth. I give thanks for my healthy, magnificent self. I give thanks for my loving and steamy relationship. I give thanks for my beautiful spiritpreneur career. I give thanks for the power of letting go. Amen. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this letting go ritual and if I will see you at the Queen's Book Festival. Thanks for watching. Namaste. The sacred bombshell in me sees, adores, and accepts the sacred bombshell in you. Ooh, I feel all charged up now.